Welcome to my Learning Philosophy 2.0, a change in traditional teaching and learning. When I enrolled in EdTech 498A, summer of 2012, I was asked to create a blog, and on it, write my philosophy of learning. From that initial philosophy, I used the Web 2.0 tool called Wordle. Wordle took the most commonly used words in my philosophy and summarized them here. One of the words I used quite often was information. Throughout this course, I've expanded the notion that learning simply involves the knowledge of information to include processes as well. It's not only about what you know, but what you can do with what you know. The role of teaching is also changing. No longer should teachers be the sage on the stage, forcing knowledge and information into a child, leading to boredom and even worse, frustration. Teachers now have to become facilitators of learning, leading the students to find their own answers and teaching them how to learn. They should provide students with resources and guidance in the classroom. They can do this by creating positive learning environments, having a thinking pedagogy, managing information, fostering creativity, providing web access in the classroom, embracing technology, and arming students with 21st century skills, as well as being master learners. Knowing how to and when to apply learning strategies, understanding how to solve problems and how to use resources, while continuing their own professional development will benefit themselves and those they teach. The role of the student is also shifting. Learning is becoming more and more student-centered, putting the student first, focusing on their needs, abilities, interests, and learning styles. Students are active in their learning and as a result are more responsible for participation. They can use the internet as a vast resource of information, unlimited in space and time. So how then should learning happen? Choice is a huge motivating factor in the learning process. Allowing for the freedom of choice involves students in their learning, which makes them more accountable for it. Students can choose their own path in demonstrating their knowledge of 21st century skills. There are 4 main learning skills to consider in education. The first is critical thinking skills. Those include higher order thinking skills. These higher order skills go beyond memorizing. The student uses these skills to take what they know and think about them more deeply. These skills include analysis, interpretation, self-regulation, evaluation, explanation, and inference. Another important 21st century skill is communication. Students need to possess the ability to express what they know. This can be through a variety of ways. Verbal and written expression are the most common. Next is the skill of collaboration, working together with others to achieve a common goal. The final skill is creativity. Creativity involves thinking differently or outside the box. These 4 skills are necessary for success in the 21st century. So how do students attain these skills? Through a variety of tools, both old, like the books, and new. The internet provides unprecedented access to information as well as a plethora of what is commonly referred to as Web 2.0 tools. These tools can be used in the classroom to promote a 21st century skills of critical thinking, communicating, collaborating, and creating. So how do we teachers know when the learning has taken place? I believe it's through the application of knowledge. Application includes reflecting on what you have learned. Thinking more deeply and making connections between learning is a part of reflection. Reflection in a 21st century classroom can take place with tools like a personal blog or a class wiki. Teaching others is another way to ensure that you have learned. Nuclear physicist Frank Oppenheimer once said, "The best way to learn is to teach," and I agree. You have to have a solid understanding in order to explain knowledge to others. Expression is another way to apply what you know. Written and verbal expression puts your thoughts into words in order for others to understand your thinking. Creating is one more way of demonstrating knowledge. It involves taking what you know and doing something with it. Making a robot, for example, may come out of learning about electronics. With all this in mind, I have created my new revised Learning 2.0 Wordle. As you can see, this one is much more focused on collaboration and skills, not information. EdTech 498A has afforded me the opportunity to expand my thinking about teaching and learning in a 21st century classroom.